I was born in Harford County, Maryland, into a very good home, loving parents, a stable family. I went to church as a kid. My parents made me go. And at age 13, I began to turn away from God. I stopped listening to just about anybody that was trying to tell me how to live my own life. I knew better how to live my life than anyone else. Stopped listening to parents, stopped listening to teachers, turned away from God. My self-will began to run riot in my late teens. I wound up lying as a matter of course, because I knew better how to live my own life, but I had to maintain a veneer of respectability that nobody else could really know what I was doing. Nobody else could really know because I had, something of an image to protect, I suppose. And I found I liked certain drugs a lot. I came to like booze a lot. And it turns out all these things were doing was trying to fill the hole I had created in myself by turning away from God. I was arrested several times, and despite the probation and despite multiple attempts to get clean, I could never get over that wall separating myself from God that I had put in place, and wound up spending a couple of weeks in county lockup. And even that wasn't enough to get me over that wall. It wasn't enough to get me to reach out to God. One morning I had enough. I was unemployed, I was unemployable, my marriage was in trouble, serious jeopardy. And I was soon to be kicked out of my own home, and rightfully so. My behavior was alcoholic, was selfish. I could physically no longer drink. The drugs I liked weren't doing the trick anymore. And it hurt in a way I can't properly put into words. The emotional pain of this separation from God was unbearable. And so I hit my knees. I prayed that God would grant me sobriety. And from that day forward, I have been sober. And that was over 5.5 years ago. I see God as a loving parent watching his children disobey him. And he's patient and he's caring. He's most definitely loving, because even as I was turning away from him, he put Emily into my life. Emily had no real reason to stick with me except her faith. That she continued to pray for me. She continued to pray that one day she would not worry about where I was going when I would leave at night. A couple of years after I got sober, I was lying in bed with my wife, and all the skepticism, all the doubt, all the questions that I always wanted to have answered about Jesus just fell away. And Emily and I, we held each other and we cried as her biggest prayer, her greatest prayer was answered. And I accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. I surrendered fully and completely to walk in his footsteps, to walk with him for the remainder of my natural life. I can't possibly understand God's plan for me. I can't possibly know what he has next, but I am really excited to find out. I'm really excited to face each day. I am grateful for these new opportunities God has put into my life. I so very much enjoy hosting a church. I very much enjoy my menial retail job is so fulfilling to me because I can reach out to so many people, even in some small way, positively affect somebody's life. And things just keep getting better. I am amazed at how things keep getting better. All of these days, even the worst now, It's better than my best day was. When I was drunk. Better than my best day was when I was high. There's nothing that compares to being a willing servant of a loving God. I'm Mark, and I'm here to make more and better disciples of Jesus Christ.